Nathan Carter was the kind of man who kept his past neatly folded away, just like the shirts in his closet, organized, untouched, and unspoken of. He was a 38-year-old marketing manager in Chicago, always moving fast, always busy. Emails, deadlines, and meetings shaped his life like rails on a track, leaving little time for emotion and even less for memory. His father, Gerald Carter, had passed away 3 years ago, and Nathan had barely flinched. He wasn't cold, just conditioned. Their relationship had always felt like two distant continents, close on a map, oceans apart in reality. It was on a gray Saturday, the kind that seems to stretch time, when Nathan found himself clearing out the attic of his father's old house. The place had been sold months ago, but he'd avoided the attic, dreading the dust and the sentiment. As he moved boxes marked old tools and holiday lights, he stumbled upon a small wooden chest, polished, simple, with his name carved on the lid in careful letters. Just Nathan. No middle name. No flair. Just him. Curious, he opened it, but it didn't open fully. A note lay taped to the lid, in his father's familiar handwriting. Son, if you're reading this, you've found the box. But this isn't about what's inside. It's about when you're ready. Only open the gift when you understand why I gave it to you. Under the note was a beautifully wrapped package, untouched by time. Brown paper, twine, and a wax seal bearing his father's initials. G.C. Nathan stared. Confused. Frustrated. Then he did what he always did with emotions he didn't understand. He shoved the box into his car and drove off. Back in his apartment, the box sat on a shelf like a quiet observer. Days turned into weeks. Nathan couldn't bring himself to open it. Something about the note felt incomplete. What did his father mean by when you're ready? Ready for what? Then came a call. His mother's friend, Martha, who had worked with Gerald at the local hardware store for decades, reached out. She was moving and wanted to hand over a few of Gerald's old belongings, tools, photos, and a journal. At first, Nathan declined, but something about her voice, a sense of urgency, perhaps, made him say yes. That night, flipping through the journal, Nathan saw a version of his father he had never met. Handwritten pages filled with reflections, worries, and most of all, entries about him. How proud he was when Nathan made the varsity soccer team. How heartbroken he felt after their big argument at 17. And the most shocking one, a note from 2009, when Nathan was laid off during the recession. It read, "Today, Nathan called. First time in months. He didn't say much, but I could hear the weight in his voice. I want to help him, but I know he won't take money. So I'll start something else. Something he'll understand one day. Something more lasting than cash or advice." Nathan froze. That night, for the first time in years, he cried. The next morning, he opened the box. Inside was a letter and a pocket watch. But not just any watch. It was Nathan's grandfather's, passed to Gerald and now to him. The letter explained everything. Gerald had spent months restoring the watch, learning from old manuals, replacing parts, polishing it by hand. The back of the watch had a new engraving. "Time is the gift I never knew how to give you. Now I'm giving it back." Nathan held the watch in his hands like it was fragile glass. It was then that he understood. His father hadn't been withholding emotion. He had been speaking in the only language he knew, doing. And this box wasn't just a gift. It was an apology, a memory, a legacy. From that day on, Nathan changed. He called his mom more. He started spending time mentoring younger coworkers, something his father always did for others. He even volunteered on weekends at a local youth program. And every night, before going to bed, he wound the watch and placed it beside him, his father's quiet way of still being there. Some gifts don't come wrapped in ribbons or understood in the moment. Some gifts take time, and some, like this one, wait patiently for us to grow into them. Some gifts take time to be understood. Love isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes, the deepest affections are wrapped in silence, waiting for us to open them with patience, maturity, and heart. If this story touched you, take a moment today to reconnect with someone you've been distant from. A call, a message, a visit. Time is a gift we can't get back. And if you believe stories like these matter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You never know who might need this message today. See you in the next wisdom tale.